I am Radha Manasrita and I'll be hosting today's webinar along with my co-host Maulika Rani. It gives us immense pleasure to welcome you all to this enlightening session on thinking secure, understanding cybersecurity from to CIA trade, organized by Naksh Foundation under its flagship national initiative Project CyberShield. In this rapidly evolving digital era, technology governs almost every aspect of our daily life. From online transactions to social media communication, the digital world offers both opportunities and challenges to ensure safe and responsible digital conduct. It is essential to understand that laws that regulate cyberspace, and that's where today's session becomes especially significant. Before we begin, may we kindly seek your permission, sir, to record this session for education and awareness purpose only.
With pleasure, kindly do that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. A few quick announcements to the participants before we start. Please keep your microphones muted to avoid background noise. You may share your questions in the chat box. They'll be taken up during the question answer session. If possible, please keep your cameras on. It makes the session more interactive. Now, before we dive into the session, let us see who we are. Naksh Foundation is a Delhi-based non-profit organization dedicated to promoting digital safety, cyber awareness, and responsible online behavior. It is a national campaign. Project CyberShield aims to empower students and the public with the knowledge and tools needed to stay safe in the digital world. Through a series of awareness programs, webinars, and training sessions conducted across India, Project CyberShield continues to build a more informed and cybersecure society. Now, it is my honor to introduce today's distinguished guest speaker, Mr. Kalyan Medisetti. He is an educator, author, career counselor, and civil services mentor specializing in political science, international relations, the Indian Constitution, and current affairs. He is the author of the book Silent Crisis 21st Century Kids and Their Challenges and serves as the head of the CLAD program at Sarat Chandra Junior College, Vijayawada. He holds an MA in Political Science and an Advanced Constitutional Law certification from National Law University, Delhi. Having conducted 100 plus seminars across Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, he actively guides students on career planning, competitive examinations, discipline, and personality development. His mission is to prepare students not only for competitive exams but also trade, basics of cybersecurity terminology, cybersecurity laws and regulations. We are truly privileged to have you with us today, sir. Now, without any further delay, let's welcome our esteemed speaker, Mr. Kalyan Medisetti, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much for the warm words, and I'm happy to back once again. And kindly allow me to share the screen for a few minutes. Uh, just 1 minute, okay? Is that okay?
Sure, sir.
Thank you. I'm extremely sorry for the delay. I guess there is some internet issues here. Anyway, I will try to continue. And meanwhile, is that okay now?
Yes, sir, your voice is clear. If possible, you can just forward the PPT or the presentation to one of our volunteers so that we can just share our screen, sir.
That's nice. And I will try now. If I fail, then we can definitely do that.
Sure, sir, thank you.
Yeah. Are you able to see the screen now? Just confirm me once.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are able to see the PPT, right?
Sir, your screen is visible, but the PPT, I think it's not in the current screen.
Then I will do that. Okay, I will try to share the PPT with you people. Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir,
So
please.
sorry for the inconvenience, please.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Anyway, meanwhile, I will start the presentation. Okay. Once you get the PPT, then we can continue. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. I'm deeply honored to be a key presenter here once again. And I feel proud when I'm being part of this beautiful organization because they are part of something which is very critical to the IT society. That is empowerment and providing information to the students and to the normal people and bringing some kind of change in the attitude of the people. So I'm happy to be here once again to all the volunteers who have coordinated with me, to all the people who have participated in this event. And I'm truly honored to be with you. The topic which was allocated and selected is very impressive. And before going to speak about the topic, I would like to give you one important observation of Justice Breyer in a famous case in UK, who told the devil is not ever about the human thought. That's the reason we have evil actions and evil mindset people. the devil always within the human brain. Slightly close to this opinion, we have a famous political science thinker, Thomas Hobbes, who stated human being will have irrational thoughts. And in his book, the great book, he told, in the book Leviathan, he told, man will always have nasty, irrational, and man will always have some kind of doubt about himself. Of course, I might be slightly confusing to all, but I would like to tell you that irrational attitude is the basics, is the ground for the every brutality in the society. Few years back, when we are dealing with political philosophy, or in general sense, in general issues, every country used to face typical issues like murder, rape, kidnap, harassment. Later, society to society have commonness over certain other evils like narco-terrorism, drugs trafficking, in other words, human trafficking. And now the world is, in a way, trying to compete with each other. The countries are trying to compete with each other in terms of some new frauds. The most important one is cyber frauds. I will give you a better visualized impact when I am starting to share the PPT. But before that, I would like to tell you once again. Today, the global countries across the world are talking. They are running each other in a comparative, complementary, or supplementary manner on few issues. Number one, cyber security, cyber frauds. Number two, burning the natural resources or climate change. Number three, a rise in irrational beliefs. And number four, diminishing resources. And last but not least, having war mindset among the countries. Well, most of the topics are not relevant for us today. I would like to deliver most importantly across a single topic called as cyber security from basics to CA try. So, to begin with, I have beautiful data, and the data shows across the globe, I'm not talking with respect to India, across the globe, there is tremendous rise in internet facilities. And that is the most important thing for our topic right now. Internet facilities rise led to connectivity. It also increased. It also increased what is called as closeness of trade. Today we call it as, few years back we call it as what we call globalization. Today we are calling as digitalization. And citizen now called as very interestingly, netizen. All these words are somewhat common and very interesting, but they are reflecting one thing called as rise of cybersecurity, a rise of cybersecurity developments. And yeah, I sent to the PPT to Maulika. Maulika, you can share it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that particular element of rise, now 86% of households in India having internet. And cybersecurity issues rising from 10 lakh in 2022 to today approximately 22 lakh cybersecurity frauds are reported according to I'm talking from National Crime Records Bureau data. So in this context, I would like to tell you 81 cyber fraudsters linked to worth of 95 crores were arrested hardly last year November. And one assessment told in India, particularly in South India, we have Telangana, which is having highest number of so-called cyber frauds. So if you go back once, Maulika, I started with a story of Justice Brian, which is connected to one more thinker, Fyodor Dostoevsky. So the devil does not exist. The man has therefore created him. He has created him in his own image and likeness. The devil is nothing but this kind of frauds. And then I'm speaking about the fraudsters, 81 fraudsters who were arrested in Telangana. And you just go to the slide. Now, I'm briefing about the data. You can move on to the next slide. And I added one beautiful research document by awareforce.com. And the awareforce.com, they added the list of celebrities who were, affected by this kind of frauds. Just go to the next slide, please. Okay. So there we have the list of celebrities includes Cristiano Ronaldo, and we have Akshay Khanna, and also famous celebrities. So I even added the link for those who are interested. You can just go to the link and you can read. And one of the interesting thing is there is a famous place in Andhra Pradesh called as Maidukur, and we have an MLA there, Maidukur Putta Sudhakar Yadav. Just 1 second, don't go. Putta Sudhakar Yadav. So he was faked for almost 1 crore. So I just added the newspaper clip there. Imagine the MLAs, the public policy makers are affected by cyber frauds. Think about the normal people. You can just, I'm giving you your imagination. Now I'm coming back to the NCRB data. The next slide. The NCRB data, which was released last year, clearly stated 86,000 rise in the cyber crimes and 31% rise from 2022. Last 5 years, India witnessed 217% increase of cyber frauds. And this data is trying to trigger one important point. The key cyber frauds are happening in the digital India core hub of India, that is Bangalore, because Bangalore often called as Silicon Valley of India. So Bangalore itself witnessing high amount of cyber crimes, which is very, very important point for all of us for further discussion. Moving to the next slide, what is cybersecurity? I have two important submissions here. Number one, from United Nations definition point of view. So it refers to the policies, the strategies, and practices which identifies the threat, vulnerabilities, and preventing the threats. And coming to Indian point of view, almost close to the same definition, because our definition is almost framed in 2013 in fact. In our cybersecurity policy, we stated our cybersecurity policy aims to safeguard confidentiality, integrity, availability of information and systems. So, I just want to confirm here that the confidentiality, the integrity, and the most important thing is availability of information and systems has to be secured according to Indian context. So why we are supposed to care, sir? Or like you can ask me a question, sir, why we should think about this cybersecurity seriously? My submission is I gave you a list of data and a list of people who are affected by this so-called cybersecurity, and I also gave you some examples. But in what categories they were affected? I'm talking about number one. I'm talking about number one, that is hacking. So hacking is connected to unauthorized access. You can go to the next slide so that you can see some of the cybersecurity models I'm just explaining. Hacking is one thing, that is unauthorized access to your computer system, which means someone trying to steal your money, that we call it as theft in IT. Similarly, hacking is something like unauthorized access to computer system. Number one. Just go to the slide, please. So that we can understand. So, like trying to steal your information. Phishing. Phishing is something like fake communication. Nowadays, you can see our WhatsApp uncles and aunties trying to share, like Geo generosity, 24 carats gold ornament for you, that is by technology. Government of India is giving you 1 crore rupees. Government of India is offering Republic free laptops for ninth class students. Government of India is doing this is a paid communication. And by clicking on the link, you will definitely give us sensitive information like phone numbers, Aadhaar card numbers, sometimes even OTPs. Okay. And I just request you kindly go to the next slide, please. Next, we have ransomware. Ransomware is one thing I would like to give you a very, very simple example. Again, a couple of years back, we have an incident in Ames, Delhi, in which an email was reflected on the Ames Delhi authorities and they clicked it. Immediately, entire Ames Delhi systems were blocked. And remember, today, in the name of digitalization, we are working towards digitalizing our health records. Now, simply they almost blocked our Ames data record and asked certain amount in bitcoins. Our authorities worked for day and night and finally they got the system back. But remember, a secured and most pivotal critical infrastructure thing like health data was, you know, someone pushed it or let us say hacked it. What about our systems? Number one. Number two, we have one more important event. Again, once again happened a couple of years back. I still remember a small unorganized group from China called as Shadow Pad. So-called hacked our, power systems in Maharashtra. Once again, a critical point. Of course, the answer ransomware was done. Then the next important element is malware. It is like harmful software designated to damage your systems. Sometimes you see, click on this website, definitely the software is trying to damage the system. And then DDoS system. I just want to give you one important development here. That is, basically speaking, this system is trying to, give you n number of overloaded kind of things, and that will create a lot of troubles. So it is distributed denial of service. They will disrupt your service. They will disrupt your service to a network of systems, causing you almost stop all the financial activities. For example, happened to several banks, not very much famous banks in India, but several banks in India. Not unable to recollect the exact banks, but some of the banks in India are affected by this system. So, after understanding hacking, which is unauthorized access to your computer system, phishing, fake communication, RBI is delivering you VA cards, get it, Geo is giving you laptops, ransomware. I gave you examples of 8 Delhi and electronic electricity system in Maharashtra. Malware, which is the harmful software, which is a very common example. DDoS, which is also financial issues we came to know. Why we need to care this system? Go back to the next slide, please. Why we need to care? Because it is associated with several issues: social, economical, political, international, technical aspects. For example, the so you see the entire debate of our privacy. The debate over privacy, which was started in Karatsin case, happening in 1970s around that time, from our Puttaswamy. The single point debate is our right on privacy. If our data stealed by someone, if our data stolen by someone, if our systems are blocked by someone, our entire privacy was killed. Straight up. So these so-called technical aspects of cybersecurity trying to access our fundamental right, first and foremost point, because above all these things, the fundamental rights of the country has to be have the greatest importance. Entire constitution gave a series of layers to protect fundamental rights. So that the primary aspect is Article 21, which so-called included right now, the right to privacy clearly violated. by this kind of data security and cyber security issues. Number two, remember, once your data was stolen, it may be connected to your personal affairs or business affairs. Remember, it is business. Remember the pain it will create to the businessman and the employees or the persons who are dependent on it. So one example I would like to give you from so-called country in Europe. Entire employees of the company almost became unemployed for a few months. Remember, if such things happen to Indian banking sector once, let us say one day, they not think about months, one day, if our financial system disturbed by this kind of activity, I'm trying to say once again, Government of India has its own definition of critical infrastructure, the security, the defense, sorry, the security, the communication, the banking, the health system, the education system. So comes under the critical structure. But remember, if they were disturbed, as such happened in Maharashtra, as such happened in Ames Delhi, if they were disturbed, what will happen? So cyber security is not at all connected to right now internal system. It is now the new domain of warfare called as cyber warfare. Cyber security is, for example, according to my research, not connected to anyone because I would like to take the responsibility. According to my research, China has a dedicated team. China has a dedicated team to handle cyber issues, to create cyber security impacts in our countries. If you don't believe me, think about what Israel did in Iran. Iran itself conducted, sorry, Israel itself conducted n number of cyber attacks on the critical infrastructure of Iran. Imagine the same attacks happened by China in many countries. So I would like to tell you, this is going to be cyber warfare. We should care. And the next important thing is these so-called technocrats or technical expertise companies will deny our sovereignty. There is one thing called as data localization concept. If your country producing data, why can't you localize it? The debate which is right now with UN, WTO, and World Bank, IMF, and many platforms. What is the need of data localization? Some countries are pro for it, some countries are anti for it. For example, I just went to a research paper and I read this story of one UPI filled all the US Mastercards, Visa cards. One UPI. Imagine someone trying to hack our NPCA. What will happen? So, India must give highest importance. If you ask me, what are the three priorities should get immediate response from India? One, I would like to tell you malnutrition. Number two, climate change. Number three, it is cyber security only. Because cyber security itself connected to everything today in India. There is one saying given by the greatest agriculturist in India, Naksh Foundation. If farming fails, everything will fail. I would like to tell you right now, if cyber security fails, everything will fail. Why, sir? Because we are running behind this cyber security today. Today we have what is called as we are talking about precision agriculture, which is connected to data once again. Precision medicines, which is connected to data once again. Our state, Andhra Pradesh state, trying to bring what is called as the program Sanjeevani, digitalizing all health records of Andhra people. Imagine if any single cyber attack happened to that. I'm not too much, you can don't tag me as, a recursive mindset person or a pessimist person. I'm just telling you, we need to care. We need to care a lot. So, these are the important things we are supposed to remember. So, socially speaking, remember, if a poor lady was harassed by someone, bullied by someone online, which is something called cyber assault or happening, I came to know one student from Visakhapatnam. Her face was morphed by other video, and the video was sent to the father. Father got heart attack. So, cybersecurity is impacting social aspects, political, economical, international domains. Even fundamental rights are severely disturbed by this. So, we need to care. So, how to care, sir? Let's go to the next slide, please. The how to care, I would like to, the core of the entire discussion today is, please go to the next slide, please. So CA triad, and in that I would like to tell you there are three important things. What is called as ICA, we call integrity, confidentiality, availability. Let me go to the one by one, please. So what is integrity first? Next slide, please. So integrity is to remain your data accurate and unaltered. Nobody will disturb you. For example, today we have called as digital signature. May the banks are taking it. May the banks are taking it digital signature. And we have e-sign, e-contracts are coming in fact. Then we have confidentiality, a very much important one. Your details will be accessed by you only. For example, I saw some people, they will say, my password is my girlfriend. Proudly. Who is your girlfriend? They will say, my girlfriend name is Kalyani. Manoj, they will just type your name and they will add Kalyani. Yeah. Your Kalyani will do Kalyani with someone, you will do Kalyani with other ones. Not possible. Because your password is like your so-called your personality only. Some people probably say, my password is my mother. What mother? So you should not like really. So because you will think that your password is somewhat you are proud. See, you are proud about your password. Great. You should not proud. You should keep it private only. So that is the problem. That is the problem with some young brains particularly. And then giving information to others unnecessarily. So I keep my birthday and my birthday as my ATM pin. I'm feeling proud of it. Someone will steal your ATM card, your money is gone. Confidentiality you must maintain. Availability. Because the data, the system must ensure the data is accessible to you particularly whenever you want. For example, once upon a time, they used to say only this day you are supposed to access banks. Today, one can do payment midnight also. Then availability should be there. That's the reason we have anti-DDoS platforms. I will talk about them. So how Indian government is integrating all these things, I will give you some examples. Go for it. Next slide, please. We have the first and most important one called as confidentiality, protecting sensitive data. We have one of the topmost agency in India, but it is a CERTIN. This is the head of the nodal agency for the cybersecurity. I would like to tell you, one should remember this. I wish you should go to this website at least monthly once. They will provide some information awareness. Kindly read about CERTIN, Indian Computer Emergency Response Team, for all your so-called confidentiality. And Aadhaar is also there for confidentiality. And currently we are going to have a digital protection data protection act also, which will protect you, which is giving you right to right to delete your data and right to protect your data also. Then we have integrity, that is ensuring data accuracy and authenticity. We have next slide please. A National Information Center, which maintains the government database and e-governance platforms. Then we have digital signature certificate, once again to integrate, authenticate all the electronic records from the preventing tampering. For example, you see e-KYC today. They're asking you to make a video call. I myself suffered a lot because they're asking me to make a video e-KYC and they're asking me to compare with my Aadhaar photo. My Aadhaar photo, I will be like a Mongolian. How can I compare now? So that is the problem. Because that is one problem, but I am not talking about the problem. The system is how authenticated it is. They're saying that my IDs is not matching. My IDs is I give the IDs at the age of let's say 12. How can it match? But still, the problem is that authentication is excellent. Wonderful authentication. We should have such authentications must be for all the electronic things so that we can secure our data perfectly. Then we have availability. Availability means, of course, all the information, as I told you, National Critical Infrastructure Protection Center is there. They protect all our important infrastructure like power, banking, communications, etc. And also, mainly is also providing a lot of things. And apart from that, go to the next slide. 2025-26 budget announced 782 crores for cybersecurity projects. Remember, 782 for 140 billion, not at all matching. Don't think it is matching. It is still less amount. Why you are telling less amount, sir? Because internet rise is heavy in India. So the amount of internet rise is also rising the amount of risk. For risk mitigation and risk, management, this is not enough. According to my sense, we need to spend at least 2,000 crores. And I will talk about the measures we need to talk, we will discuss about it. And you can see the next important development, as I told you, there is a toll free number called as 1930 for immediate security assistance. It will never connect also, there is a problematic impact. One of my students, one person called and so told that, what he told, he got a job in BMO, kindly paid 50,000. Degree graduate, she paid 50,000. Forgot about the village people. Graduate from university paid 50,000 rupees without any second confirmation. Unfortunate. So that is how the foolishness is rising. So what are the different laws in India? So we have several laws like number one, Information Technology Act. We'll go to the next slide, please. Which is one of the most important act in my point of view, the heart of the entire it is a security, cyber security issue. We have interesting sections dealing with all these beautiful social media platforms, technical companies. And then we have Digital Personal Data Protection Act, which is a new one, and IP sales and provisions. Apart from that, we have rules of CERT, which is providing things like mandatory training program to the staff, mandatory training program, testing, preparation methodologies, and also providing awareness campaigns for government securities. We have cybersecurity policy, and we also have Companies Act connected to data compliance and protection requirements. Several acts are there. And apart from these acts, Government of India even trying to have one more platform called as IC4. So Indian Cybercrime Coordination, which is under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Like they will receive complaints and they will try to take care about your cyber frauds. RBI is also providing list of measures to counter cyber security. It is asking every bank to have a dedicated program to handle this kind of issue. Last slide I would like to go. My final submissions. My final submissions are very simple. We need, I can go to the next slide, please. We need some serious planning. I would like to come from the basics. Number one, go to the next slide, please. We need a social vaccine. What is a vaccine? In medicine, vaccine means to prevent something. Medical vaccine is like polio vaccine to prevent polio, COVID vaccine to prevent COVID. We need a social vaccine to counter cyber security costs. Number one. What does it include, sir? It includes IEC strategy, information, education, communication. We must start making a chapter at least in each class, at least from 7th class, because nowadays even 6th class students are trying to have their overreaction in TikTok and not TikTok, yes, Instagram reels. So we need to start teaching a lesson to the students from class 6 or 7 onwards. So what they understand. Nowadays they can understand better things. Okay, if you have a trust, if you don't believe me, see the Instagram reels, how far they are acting. They will understand. Or else let us make them understand. So information must be given, education must be given, communication. The first one is for the information, education, communication. I told you awareness campaigns in schools, not limited. You must educate every local panchayat in India. They might send you a team like you. If not across India, at least in the local bodies you can go. Number two, apart from panchayats, there is a mass network in India called as self-help groups. Educate them because they are the ladies in fact, they can understand better things. So, mass media, let us make awareness campaign, not only with Amitabh Bachchan, because Amitabh Bachchan is very much popular about not. Let us bring someone to the south also. Let us take Rajinikanth at least, or let us take some other hero who is having a mass following in South India. Let us educate them. And behavior change theories should bring here. Like, don't click on these links. Don't try to touch these links. Let us bring. Because what is the law? In nutshell, law will groom individual attitude, and that is the essential part of the law. It must prevent the wrongdoer from making a mistake. So our theories are very simple. Let us make them to get the information to understand the issue. So behavior change strategies by using nudge theories. Nudge theory means reminders, alerts, warning pop-ups. Arey Babu, don't do this. Arey Babu, don't touch this. Because it is the human beings which are supposed to taught by the society itself. We are not we are not heavenly made beings. We are supposed to taught. We must teach by someone. Someone must teach everything. Or else society will commit the mistakes and will commit the mistakes forever. Correct the society, correct the society by using society only. So let us use nudge theories slowly and gradually in a packet wise, in a pilot wise. Let us do. And next, encouraging reporting. This is the biggest problem with the POXO is unreporting. Cybersecurity also said, it's gone, money will gone, police will never do anything. Why should you complain unnecessary struggles, unnecessary issues? Let us not respond. Why? Your money, hard earned money, why should you give up? Your security, your right. The privacy is your right. Protection of data is our right. Why do you give up? And here we need to have community-based digital literacy programs. And next, public-private partnership in awareness drives. Let us make every company whichever dealing with data to bring awareness. What's wrong with that? And periodic national cybersecurity awareness campaigns we need. And I told to some of my students once, India doesn't create an infrastructure before launch of LPG reforms. That's the reason we haven't benefited much like Singapore, like Thailand, like Singapore, like China. We launched Digital India program today, but we are not prepared. So before Digital India, we need empowered India, educated India, informed India. Supreme Court in one of the famous case stated there should be vigilant citizen, informed citizen. That should be there for our cyber security program. All the things which I discussed will fail ultimately if we don't have an informed, vigilant citizen. The citizen must be educated like anything. That's the reason I would like to conclude. As per the greatest words of Nani Palkiwala, it is no constitution, no basic structure. It is the citizen who must be liberated, must be educated to bring safety, security for himself and for the country. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you. I'm open for the call, please.
Thank you so much, sir, for that insightful and thought-provoking session. We will now open the floor for questions. Participants, feel free to either type your questions in the chat box or unmute yourself to ask directly. Kindly keep your questions deep and relevant to today's topic.
No queries. I'm somewhat doubtful. Am I clearly make you to understand or I confuse you? Please at least respond.
So, there's a question from Dheeraj.
Okay.
Can I just read out the question, sir?
Please, please.
What are the most common cyber threats currently affecting India? Yes, so that was the question.
Okay.
That was asked by Dheeraj.
Okay. It's a good question. And as per my current available data from NCRB and other sources, around 1.59 million cases, cybersecurity cases recorded, and there were types like malware, phishing attacks, and social engineering attacks, online banking frauds, which is major chunk of online banking frauds, and somewhat data breaches, identity theft. These are the most important and very repetitive problems.
Thank you, sir. And there is another question by Shairaj. And how can organizations build a strong cyber resilience strategy?
Well, that's a good question. Strategy includes number one, preparedness, number two, awareness, number three, assessment, and number four, preventive methodologies, number five, rehabilitation methodologies. Now you see, when I told you all these things, you might be confused. Let us take a company example. For example, take Google. They have preparation plans, they have assessment plans, and they have preventive strategies and even rehabilitation strategies also. Likewise, every agency which is dealing with data must include these five important steps, including like a small employee must have control over the data and security strategies regarding safety of the data must be essential. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And yes, Monica, you can go with the vote of thanks.
On behalf of Naksh Foundation and its national initiative, Project CyberShield, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our guest speaker, Mr. Kalyan Medsetti, sir, for sharing his valuable insights on cyber safety and smart online behavior. Sir, your clear explanations and practical real world examples have greatly helped us understand the importance of cyber safety and smart online behavior, reminding us why it is essential to think before we click. A big thank you to all the participants for your active involvement and enthusiasm throughout the session. Special appreciation to the organizing team of Project CyberShield for their efforts in making this webinar a success. Before we conclude, a gentle reminder, please fill out the feedback from shared in the chat box. It is mandatory for receiving your e-certificate and will help you stay updated about our upcoming awareness events. With that, we officially conclude today's session. Thank you once again, sir, and thank you to everyone present here. Wishing you all a safe, secure, and responsible digital journey ahead. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
There was an internet issue that time. I have a doubt, sir.
Hmm. Yes, ma'am.
So, is public Wi-Fi really unsafe, sir?
Is public
Wi-Fi really unsafe, sir?
is public Wi-Fi really unsafe? That's the question, right, madam?
Yes, sir.
Uh, to answer straight away, yes. Yes, it is unsafe because they can easily steal. You see, it is open platform and definitely it will create problems. So to be safe, you must use HTTPS websites, enable VPN network, and try to avoid bank and financial transaction by using public network. And you should also enable turn offing file sharing, and you must have antivirus active, and You should not allow your public network to steal your sensitive information.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you once again. Thanks a lot for your time. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, as the offline, like the post assessment form is not working in the chat box, we'll be forwarding a QR code. Kindly just scan it with your Google Lens or any other things and fill the post assessment form for sure. Because we'll be collecting your name and the details for the certificate, for the issuing the certificate. So it's mandatory for all of you guys to just fill the form. Thank you.